normally about this time.
We're looking at 16 delays and 4 cancellations right now. But as those thunder boomers roll through and get closer to our area, like Sue mentioned, after 3 o'clock, expect air travel to be impacted not only today, but also into tomorrow. Mike and Alex, back over you.
Bob, you know, I grew up in Kansas.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of feeling it today. That, you know, like something's coming. So just be on a little bit of an alert this afternoon.
And make sure that you get the alerts from Fox 29 and the Fox local app, and you'll be good to go. We've got you covered.
All right. I think Sue should stay on the air until like 9 o'clock tonight.
Why do you hate me?
By the way, we have punched up the behind-the-scenes camera. If you want to make comments, go to YouTube, right?
Yes,
Our
it's
YouTube
now
channel is now up. All right, 7:03. Man, what a night last night in Bucks County. Central Bucks School District. There are claims of abuse against students with special needs, and they fired a bunch of people.
And just hearing the details here, Hank, it's horrible, the conditions that they were in.
Report, guys, and honestly, it's an interesting situation. Trust is absolutely a factor here, guys, because this blew up last fall. The Central Bucks School District.
I think some of these teachers will countersue.
Why?
No charges.
I mean,
but take a look at the video, guys. All of this came out in the Central Bucks School Board meeting last night. A report from the nonprofit Disability Rights Pennsylvania says that students were abused, neglected,
including one of the
restraints, deprived of water. Superintendent Dr. Stephen Yanni has been fired. The school board announced at last night's meeting. One of 5 people fired acknowledged the situation. School board member James Pepper says that his autistic son was one of those abused. Parents said the district can do a whole lot better by being more forthcoming.
There he is, the guy on the way on the right. His child is on the spectrum.
And this district has let these students, your children, down.
The horror of what happened here will be with me till my dying breath. I will deal with this for the rest of my life. My son is very badly damaged, as are the other children in my classroom.
Please, everyone, don't let all the others who applied to the face. Please let those statements be true. Please make the safety of these children a priority. Please don't let them.
How could this? Oh, God.
Now, guys, special ed teacher Gabrielle Daniels, another employee fired, shredder attorney to in a statement issued yesterday saying that she is disappointed by the district's termination of her job based on allegations that she says, as we said in the beginning, were investigated and found to be unsubstantiated. 3 other employees were fired for a total of 5, including the superintendent, but their names were not revealed. And guys, the school board says they're going to spend all summer working on policy changes.
Is that the superintendent?
I wonder if the New York Jets know that they have that logo.
Released by Disability Rights PA, and it is not easy reading. Guys, page 20 of that report says, quote, nudity and self-stimulation in the classroom, water restriction, use of restraints, aggressive and unprofessional conduct, unquote. There's also allegations of inappropriate comments and actions, toxic atmosphere, inconsistent and unprofessional practices. Guys, the list goes on. Again, Central Bucks School District says they're implementing policies to make sure that it never happens again, but they're the same ones who investigated this and found nothing. So trust may continue to be an issue, Mike.
Found nothing, and then all this. It's almost to the point of like unbelievable, but apparently it is reality. Oh my God!
And the fact that it's taken this long too.
I know. Well, as you know, this is June 19th.
Otherwise known as Juneteenth. Many events, including a parade and a festival, are taking place in our area today.
Shayna has a rundown of, well, she's over at 7th and Arch right now. Hi, Shayna.
I'm live right outside the African American Museum at 7th and Arch, near Mason, between
Good morning, Big Al.
And this is going to be one of
He
the
says
big
it's
celebrations here.
85 degrees already at 4 o'clock in the morning there, and it's going to go up to 117 today.
Where is he?
Phoenix.
117.
Sounds like Phoenix. Kelly says, I enjoy watching behind the scenes. Thank you for doing this every day. You're welcome.
I'm
And
going
everyone
to.
else saying good morning, good morning, good morning, Veronica.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
It thinks that it's going to rain and it's going to affect the Juneteenth celebrations.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
the first lightning and thunder, 4 o'clock, around 4. So a lot of these things will be just go early and
At 12 o'clock today, you can't get into the museum starting at 10 a.m. for free. Because not only is the museum celebrating,
it's free from 10 to 4.
celebrate ladies to check out food, fun, live entertainment all today.
We have an exciting day of performances and activities for the Juneteenth block party. Kicking off the celebration will be Mother Bethel and Church to perform Lift Every Voice and Sing. In addition to our headline
The reasoning must be because it's not on.
Because we're not on.
We're especially proud to highlight Philadelphia-based talent throughout
It's
the
still the same show.
So something for everyone. They're calling this a multi-generational celebration here in Philadelphia.
Listen,
You're not gonna wanna miss it. Kick off again
our viewers
at
are
12
so
o'clock.
loyal.
Party, live entertainment, food,
I can say
drugs,
this.
exhibits are free to check out at
The
African
Pope
American
is
Museum.
running
You're
naked
citizens
across
are-
the stage
you're
at
not gonna miss it.
Good Morning
You have nothing to
America.
do. Even if you have something to do, still come out. It's all free. That's
Right?
Free!
And it seems like you want to go early because of the
Yes.
weather we're expecting. So,
Yeah, the first storm's probably hit around 4 o'clock. So, like she said, you can get in there at 10 o'clock in the morning. Free!
and you'll beat the crowds. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, you heard about the verdict yesterday afternoon in the second trial for a Massachusetts woman accused of murder.
The jury found Karen Reed not guilty of killing her police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe. He was a 16-year veteran of the Boston Police Department before he died in 2022. Reed was accused of hitting O'Keefe with her car and leaving him for dead in the cold. Her defense team and supporters accused corrupt investigators of framing Reed to cover up the true details of O'Keefe's death. You should see the crowd was big.
Huge.
Wearing pink and I know you can't see that.
And what is all that crowd noise about?
There was the people who were outside the courthouse who were coming to support her, and they were wearing pink. And there's videos of them. It
There were
was packed.
hundreds of them from around the country and other parts of the world.
Reed was found guilty of driving drunk, receiving 1 year probation. The verdict comes almost 1 year after her first trial ended with a hung jury. Reed still faces a civil lawsuit filed by John O'Keefe's family.
Yes, his family was in the courtroom when the verdict was read. Testimony in the federal sex trafficking trial of Sean Combs will resume this morning. There's no court today. Tomorrow. I'm sorry, tomorrow. That's right. They're observing Juneteenth, national holiday. The judge canceled yesterday's proceedings, though, after one of the jurors came down with vertigo, got really dizzy, and had to postpone the trial. There you go.
7/11, Iranian missile attacks have struck a major Israeli hospital overnight as the war between the two countries escalates.
You know,
Are we I guess we're calling it a war? I mean, they've been doing strikes back and forth. Can we use the official W word?
I think it's war.
Okay.
When you're targeting, apartment buildings and hospitals and stuff like that, that sounds like war to me, Doug.
So at what point can something be called a war? After 3 strikes back and forth? Like, at what point do you call it conflict? Or?
Maybe after a week. I don't know. We're right at a week now.
Smoke rising from Israel's largest hospital after
No, I just messed up my part.
who've made it through Israeli defenses.
We still have a lot of work behind you, as you can see, extracting patients from all the buildings, going
That's a
door to
helmet.
door.
Israel, meantime, continuing with precision strikes going after Iranian missiles.
Maybe it's after the first strike and response, then it's a war?
I think after you no longer are attacking nuclear facilities.
Then it's a war.
Probably.
President Trump keeping his options open. A new
Or
Fox
the-
News poll shows a clear majority of registered voters here at home, 73%, believe Iran does pose a threat to the United States. But they're almost evenly split on whether they support Israel's attacks.
We should not be part of getting lured into the regime change agenda of Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Many Democrats in Congress are against the U.S. joining in, and the president's base is divided as well.
Well, I don't want to get involved either, but I've been saying for 20 years, and you older, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
At the same time, a billboard in Tel Aviv is blunt.
Wow.
The president, it says, finish the job. Now, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the president has, in fact, already approved attack plans, but that he is holding off on almost literally pulling the trigger for now.
So again, the United States is the only country that has one of these big planes that can drop this, what do they call it? With a buster, bunker buster. Yeah. That can do it. I think that's a 13-hour flight. They're trying to get that at the nuclear facility that's so
Underground.
deep in the ground. I will see what the president decides. Thank you, Doug. See you tomorrow.
7:14. 7 men are now facing federal charges for what prosecutors say is the largest jewelry heist in U.S. history.
They're accused of stealing roughly, ready? $100 million in gold, gems, and luxury watches from an armored truck. It happened back in 2022. We're just learning about it now. It was at a rest stop north of Los Angeles when one of the guards was napping and the other was getting food at the rest stop, like Farley Plaza. Investigators used cell phone data, surveillance video, and vehicle records to track the suspects down. So let me get this straight. It happened 2 years ago, and they finally got the guys. No, I'm sure they were looking really hard.
Yeah.
How did I not hear about this heist? $100 million. Okay, here's a story out of Philadelphia. It's kind of stunning.
It really is. And you know, Philadelphia, of course, is a major hub when it comes to flights to Europe and that kind of thing for American Airlines.
American Airlines has we have the most flights to Europe of any airport in the United States. Philadelphia does. Isn't that something?
That is something. So it's interesting that this happened because an American Airlines flight made a big mistake when it took off from Philadelphia International Airport. And then they're traveling, what's probably like 6 hours, would you say?
Six and a half to Florence, Italy.
And then right as they're about to land, they were like, wait a minute. This airplane is too big to land on this runway in Florence.
So they went back up in the air because it's a big plane. It's one of their new planes. 787-9 Dreamliner. I thought it was Florence. This says Naples, so maybe it is Naples. Was off the coast of Italy, about halfway between Rome and Naples, when it abruptly turned toward the Italian capital, Rome. And so usually the plane goes into Naples. Is a
787-8.
It's 787-8 Dreamliner, which is about 20 feet shorter.
That's a lot of feet difference.
So American Airlines issued a statement saying the plane diverted due to operational limitations. Once the plane landed, passengers jumped on a bus for about a 2-hour ride.
3-hour ride.
3? Oh, I thought it was like 2. To eventually get to Naples.
Oh, can you imagine how annoyed you probably were?
Well, what's weird is I heard too that the crew, the pilot and the crew, like you said, didn't discover it until they're approaching the runway. The whole time they probably should have known we're in a plane that we shouldn't even be in.
For this location.
For that
to land
airport.
in that location, yes. Well, thank goodness they discovered it before they tried to land.
Well, yeah.
Let's
they
be
would have
grateful
run
for
out.
that.
They would have run out of
Runway.
runway. All right, 717 here, Sue.
Now, somebody dropped the ball way before that plane took off.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. Be
they
careful
got a flight
tonight.
voucher or
Barefoot
something?
Country Music Festival.
Probably.
This is the only night
Maybe some extra
out of the
peanuts.
whole
There's
festival
two different-
that we expect rain, and it probably will be lots of it. And right at 9, 10 o'clock, when
John says
everybody's
lovely
partying and having
This
a
is
great
actually
time,
blue.
just be prepared to take
I'm
cover
wearing
if you
blue
get
for
one of those
Juneteenth,
strong to severe
Freedom Day.
thunderstorms. If
The colors are blue and
hot and
red.
humid before that happens, not as much down the shore as it will be here, but that severe weather threat is for all of us between roughly 3 and 9 p.m. depending on where you live. We're going to get a heat index of 99 degrees today. That's why we have the heat advisory. And there's so much moisture in the air. We keep seeing fog rolling in and out. But this is the cold front that will spark those thunderstorms. So we're fine through lunchtime today. Get into the 90s. Here's 4 o'clock. We start to see some thunderstorms pop up out to our west. 5 o'clock, they're moving closer to Philadelphia. They're right on the I-95 corridor around 6 o'clock. Just a perfect, if you will, timing for the evening commute. And then we move closer. There's Wildwood right there. And about 9 o'clock, we get those heavy downpours there. Bad timing is all I can say about that. 92 degrees, the best part of it's going to clear the air. Lower humidity on Friday. 90 degrees on Saturday, and then we're back to heat.
That sounds like something that happened
We're
to
going
me.
to have our first heat wave of the season by Monday, and
I'd
our
have to
first
have a
100
3-hour
degree
bus ride
temperature
after flying.
since 2012, Bob Kelly. We are going to sweat next week.
Well, then let's go to the shore and do just that. We're
Good
going to do
idea.
that tomorrow. Sue and I are going to celebrate the first day of summer live from Madison Resorts in Wildwood Crest. Going to be set up right along the pool deck, overlooking the beach and the ocean from 4 o'clock to 8:30. Come on by. You're out for your walk, your morning stroll, your bike ride. We got coffee, we'll have donuts, a lot of other stuff, all the great stuff that's happening down the shore this weekend. And then at 9 o'clock, we're going to take you live from the beach at the Barefoot Country Music Festival. So
You're
that's
fine,
all
John. I was just
tomorrow morning,
letting you know.
all morning long, starting at 4 o'clock right here on Good Day. Live look downtown Philly. The sun's coming out, burning
That is
off
a
some of
deep
that
blue.
fog, some of that haze, but we still have it down here in Delco, like 95, right near Route 420, as you head on up to
We're all blued up.
Barry Bridge. And then the blue
Sure,
route
you're
stopped in
celebrating
with
Freedom
fog
Day,
as
too.
well. There's sun glare here, and again, it all
I was there
depends upon
when
where
the,
you begin and end your trip. And
Army
then fog,
showed up in
16
Galveston
delays
to
at the airport, and that number is going to
tell everybody
skyrocket
that-
once those thunder boomers roll through later on this afternoon. Mike and Alex, back over to you.
Oh, did you see this, Bob? Wendy's, you know they make hamburgers.
And Frosties.
Oh, Frosty, yeah. Is turning up the heat for the summer. The special collab with a popular international snack that promises to spice up the season and when you can get it. And that's what we call a tease. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you. Jen's in Delco, why not? Hi. Like I said.
Oh, look. That's not what the prompter said.
And I knew she was going to be in Newtown.
It's okay. It happens to all of us.
Give me a place
Well,
where you can
to be
plant
fair,
seeds.
Newtown Square isn't downtown.
And 45 is a clue.
No.
Oh.
What?
What were you saying, Sue? Sorry.
What?
Newtown Square is in Delco. Maybe that was the confusion.
Ah.
He's
Maybe.
in Newtown, like you are the Bucks County area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I knew she was in Bucks County. But I blurted that out anyway.
Cynthia says maybe we should call it prolonged conflict. I looked it up. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, I mean, it's still war, I guess. What is the threshold?
We just don't want to. Please, don't send troops over there.
Yeah,
Editorial. You remember Iraq? We're 2 weeks away from it. Okay. Okay, any other questions?
Nope.
All right.
I'm monitoring. Thank you. If you would like to be in charge of monitoring the comments, you're
doing a
welcome
great
to.
job.
Sue has it put up on her computer. Sue likes watching the comments too, I guess.
How far behind are we from? If I do that, how long does it take to show up?
I bet it's at least 10 seconds.
Has it happened?
Oh, wow.
Oh, 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
Oh my gosh, she still hasn't waved yet.
And
It should be right now, I bet.
Ready?
Wow, that's a long time.
That's a delay.
I hate to ruin the magic, y'all, but you're on a
We're
delay.
live, like when I do my breakfast and stuff when we're live, there's definitely a delay around that. It's about 10, 12 seconds.
There's a delay in the green room.
Really?
That's probably because that's coming in from Comcast. It's not our internal.
Oh, yeah.
If you got Comcast or Xfinity, we're definitely on the
6,
I would say
5,
15 seconds.
4, 3, 2. All right, here we go.
You know, Bryson Stott was the leadoff batter for quite a while this season, and then he started struggling at the plate. He turned it around last night. The Phillies had, Ranger Suarez, another great outing by him. He struck out 8. So here's Bryson Stott. There's a couple of runners on base, but we did leave a lot of runners on base again last night. That's been our big issue, one of them. He stepped up to the plate. Here's the pitch. What did he do with it?
Hit hard past the infield. You're going to score a couple more. We're not seeing a hard one. That looks deep to right center field. On the run is Hernandez.
Look at that kid. Caught it off the bounce. And it bounced right to that young man. He got his home run ball there in the stands. The empty stands. Saw a lot of blue.
But defense also came up big.
Well, you can't make it up, like we said before. You know, Nick Castellanos was benched the night before this game because they, Rob Thompson, the manager, pulled him because I know what you're thinking. He's made a lot of great catches, sliding all over the place. But in Major League Baseball, he's considered in the lower tier of defensive outfielders, wouldn't you say? So they pulled him because of his less than stellar fielding abilities. So wouldn't you know, the first game back, it came down to basically the same situation that they went through 2 nights ago, right? Nick with a game-saving catch in the bottom of the ninth. This came so close to tying the game if he didn't catch it. I mean, it's feet away from a walk-off. So, if that thing had gone out of the park, there would have been a walk-off for the Fish. This guy, I know, he's considered a good relief pitcher, right? Strong.
Yeah, he's all right.
I'm so nervous when
You're nervous a lot of the time.
Phillies won the game, though, 4-2. They close out the series. Oh, yeah, this is a 4-game series with the Stinking Fish. And the game starts at 6:40. Got one more tonight. All right.
Wendy's and Takis are turning up the heat with the new Fuego meal.
What are Takis? It's those little sticks.
Oh, I thought they were like a cone. No. Let me look it up.
The meal includes Takis.
Yeah, they're like rolled up, aren't they?
Fuego there. Chicken sandwich. And Takis inspired Fuego fries. It's just supposed to be really hot stuff, right? Fans can take the spice.
Crunchy rolled corn tortilla chips.
Okay. They're going to take it up a notch here. You can purchase a bag of the Takis chips available while supplies last. As long as you're in there, you can get a bag of chips. The spicy chicken sandwich is topped with crushed Takis, Fuego chips, chili lime sauce, creamy corn spread, and a cheddar cheese sauce. Similarly, the Fuego fries are packed with a tangy chili lime flavor. I do like chili lime. Fans can get their hands and their mouths on the collab starting tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. 7:27. Oh, there's going to be a concert that's in memory of a young man who died from a rare disease. We're going to learn more about Concert for the Cure and the people in our community that it's helping.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is he sitting next to me?
Uh-oh.
Did you drop $20 today?
What
Did you
happened?
drop $20 today?
Did I drop $3?
20.
20.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
No. There you go.
I had to take a picture of me handing it to you because they don't think I'll hand it to you.
Oh,
What do they think of you?
not that she needs
Thank you.
evidence.
It was on the ground.
I got you.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Mike.
What happened?
All right, Grace is gone. Did you really drop that $20?
No. She got it out of my wallet. Be careful, it's new research. Oh, that's me. Never mind.
Well, still, thanks for the heads up.
So I might try to run over there.
Okay.
It's a walk on the beach and a crest, as you know. It's quite a trip. It's a hike.
Usually now when I said 7:30, how do we end the behind the scenes show? When do I take the camera back? Is there like an obvious moment or something? Okay, do you know at what point in time he does, or strict? Oh, when I was, but no, they didn't bring me no croissants and no butter. I needed that butter. The butter from the croissants, bro. Yeah, not no margarine, not no parfait.
Cookie said, "Good morning, y'all. Alex, your hair looks cute." Thanks. I mean, it's the humidity,
9,
and it's not.
8,
This curl's going the
7,
wrong way, or it's
6,
up to us to get it together.
5,
So
4,
forgive me for struggling with it.
3, 2. All right, here we go.
John says it was his 20.
Well, it's exactly 7:30. New research from the National Cancer Institute found cases of, listen to this, appendix cancer have tripled among our young people, especially Gen X. And millennials, some millennials too. Quadrupled, as a matter of fact, when it comes to millennials. I tell you what, I don't think I've ever heard of appendix cancer. So why is this on the rise with our young folks? A doctor from Fox Chase Cancer Center is here to explain that. You know,
Sounds like there's more we need to learn.
right? I don't think we even need our appendix, do we? Aren't they taken out all the time? Appendicitis.
Right. We'll have to talk more about it with the doctor.
Why don't we? All right, Sue.
Okay, heat and humidity and severe thunderstorms all headed our way today. So, as we always say, if you're going to go out and take a run, take a walk, now's the time to do it, or much later on. There's
Would you do
a
me a favor?
beautiful look at
Put that by your
Fuego
cup.
Beach, Delaware. The ocean sparkling in the sunshine. A lot different from yesterday when it was very, very foggy. So
Real quickly,
we're starting out with
what is he an
sunshine,
officer
and it's
of?
just going to take us to very high temperatures later on today. which is
Police
why we have
officer?
this
Oh, yeah,
25
Temple.
effect
Temple.
For the entire day today. Poolside is a great place to be on a day like today. So Bust Up Buddy says, have your umbrella ready for later on, you can get caught in one of those thunderstorms. In the meantime, sunscreen,
I see you've let yourself go.
Yeah.
just a reminder that it's,
Where am I?
humid outside. Nothing on ultimate.
Do you know Natalie?
But we are under an enhanced
I know you're
risk
you're a big fan.
Yeah.
for severe weather, flooding, high winds, hail, and maybe a tornado or two. Unfortunately, all that headed our way through today. But it is Juneteenth and a day of celebration. So when it's
Yeah, we're done.
78
Thank you.
degrees by 8 o'clock,
Watching
by
TV.
noon we're at 88 degrees and 92 degrees should be our high temperature.